This is Debbie with Plan.Do.Repeat, and today I'm going to be doing a Gluebook tag that was created by Kay's Beautiful Struggle. And it's basically a list of questions, 10 questions and a bonus question, so it's a total of 11 questions. And it asks about how you glue and what you do when you glue. So here we go. I'm going to be starting out with the first question. How many glue books, magazine, journals do you have? And I don't know. I have no idea how many I have. I make them just to make them. And sometimes I'll glue magazine pieces into it, and sometimes I won't. This is one of the ones where I made one and I haven't used it yet. It is lovely. It's from an old photo album from late 60s, early 70s, and I got it at a thrift store, and I literally just cut it up and put these rings on it. Look at these old pieces of tape. They're beautiful. I'm really happy that I got it and I put it together, and I will use it someday, but I haven't yet. So this is just one of them, and I have a few of these over here that I brought over just to show you the ones that I like the most. These have pieces of giraffe on it, and it's made out of cardboard, and it's really rough and it feels awesome, and I put a lot of ink and paint on it, and I put the around the edges, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and I haven't used it yet, but I had an idea, and so I went with it. These are just catalogs that I glued together and put inside, and this is the top, and I didn't even glue or paint the back side, but this is just beautiful, and these are just two examples of glue books that I have made and not used. Now the next question is, which is your favorite glue book? And so I'm just going to go through here and show you a couple of the ones that I like the best, but I don't have a specific favorite. This is one that I made that is just made out of an old cereal box. It's got a cute little dangle here on the end, a little moon, a little carved wooden moon. And I painted it and put some stencils on it, and these are just, it's kind of like an en masse book collection, like Shannon Green has suggested on her channel. I'll link her below. I love this book. I've been doing it since I think 2016. These are shoes. I did one part where I did zoo tangles. I worked really hard on these things, and I wanted to show them off, so I put them in my book. So I mean, you can put whatever you want into your book. I just picked the different kinds of interesting topics that I found, and I just put them in there. I thought the outside was really pretty. There's the top view. And these are actually paper towels that I used as painting papers, and I glued those in because I thought that they were pretty nifty looking too. So that's one of the ones that I like the most. Here's another one. It's made out of Christmas paper, and here's another one just like it, and it feels so good to the touch. It's soft and crinkly and squishy, and I just love the way it feels. And it's another en masse magazine journal that I think is the one that came specifically from Shannon Green, and this is the list I think that she put up, and I changed a few items on it that I wanted to put in there. But yeah, I think that this book is awesome. I made it from some really large magazines so that I could put bigger pictures in it. And look, this is junk food. I had to do a couple pages just for it because I had quite a few. This is my washi tape page. And so I have quite a few pages left that I haven't done yet. This is my grocery list one, stamps page. I haven't done a lot in this one. This is the Alpha A. So yeah, and I made the second one just for a backup. I haven't done anything in this one. So they're both really tall magazines that I glued together. And this one doesn't have anything in it yet. So those are a couple of other ones that I really like. And this one is literally made from junk, from things that were going to be thrown out. This is an old key that we didn't need anymore, and I just stuck on the front. It's old stuff that I had hanging out. And this one was a t-shirt ad, and so I stuck some material on here in the shape of a t-shirt, see? And then I had extra left over, so I punched holes at the bottom and tied little knots of the material just to dangle. It was just something that I thought of, and I thought it was cute, so I just did it. I mean, you can make all kinds of interesting things with junk and make it pretty. You don't have to buy special items just to make a junk journal, and I'm living proof for that. The rest of this is, like I said, just junk, things that I had sitting around that I wasn't going to use. Junk mail. We get junk mail every week, so I just toss it in. This is from an old drink that I was throwing away. These are literally scraps that I was going to throw away, so I stuck them in this pocket. Yeah, so this is just, there's that key. You can use anything when it comes to a junk journal. I just love it, and I glued most of those things in, so I call it a /junk journal /gluebook. And here's one for anime. See, there's this dragon dangle that I thought was cute. And this is all anime, so you can do specific themes for items that you like. So I like anime, and so I went through and put all of this just for anime, and you can do whatever you like, whatever calls out to you. This one's just for hippie chicks. I started this one a long time ago. I didn't do anything else but slap some pictures in there and glued them on. That was it. I haven't done anything in the background. Okay, and this is the one that I'm using now. This was made about 4 or 5 years ago. It's beautiful. It's made from 6 different automobile catalogs, and I love it. It's squishy and beautiful, and the pages are kind of like a phone book, and I had to glue 5 pages together just to make one page. And I put gesso on the pages, and I put ink on top of it, and I put washi tape on the sides, and now I'm using it as a challenge glue book, and I'm really enjoying using it. I'm so glad I made it, and I'm doing daily ones that I think are really cool, and yeah, I'm just going from there. So this is the one that I'm using now. All right, so number 2, which is your favorite? I don't have a favorite, but the ones that I just showed you are part of my favorites. And this is one that's was kind of like one that Shannon Green did that was called Big Bertha. This is Bubba Jr., and it's made from an old pair of blue jeans that I had. And she made hers from old paint pages from paint stores. And you just go and you collect all those different kinds of paint samples. See right here on the front page, this is the purple one. And she just went through and she just started gluing on top of these pages, and that's what I did, and I love it. I love this book. I love all the pages. I'm trying to figure out, it's number 3 is which page is your favorite, and I was trying to look and see. These are just regular magazines that I glued together to put those paint chips on top of, but I can't really tell which would be my favorite page because they all had different days and different emotions when I was putting them together. So I would say something in here would be one of my faves, but I can't tell you which one would be. So see, I had a cough and a cold, so I had all the cough drop wrappers, so I glued those on, and they're all yellow and shiny and pretty, so I thought I'd put them on there. So yeah, these are all of this is a work in progress. All of my glue books are works in progress. I will work on them and for a little bit and then put it away. Maybe, even for a year or two, and then pull it back down and start working on it. I think this is probably my favorite page out of this one, I think, because of just the purplish. So my two favorite pages, I think, on this one are these two pages because of the purple. But otherwise, I mean, how do you pick? They're all wonderful in their own ways. Let's see. So the next question are what are your favorite mags to harvest? And I harvest from all different kinds of magazines. I don't know how, but I got on some kind of an email list for getting free magazines. So every couple of weeks I'll get an email and they'll ask me, well, do you want this kind of magazine? So I'm getting Elle, Cosmopolitan, People, Better Homes and Garden, excuse me, just all sorts of fashion type magazines. I think there's a sports one in there, and yeah, so yeah, I get magazines from there, and I also get magazines from this website where you recycle things. You click on different things and you learn about recycling and that kind of thing, and you can earn rewards. And so that's what I use to get my magazines. Now, this is a way that I store my magazines. That's the question. Number 5. How do you store your images, and how are they organized? And I used to keep my images in here. These were made from cereal boxes. This is Apple Jacks, and the other one is Frosted Mini Wheats, and I put files in that, and that's how I organized them, and it didn't work very well for me. So I went and started using the little plastic baskets that a lot of people are doing right now. They lay flat. Well, not right now because I was going through them last night, but they normally lay flat, and they're a lot easier to go through and pick out what I want because they're based on size, and that's how I pick out my images, because I have to start with big and then go smaller, 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 and it's a lot easier for me to do what I do. So yeah, that's how I store it. These are all from the Dollar Tree, so they're all $1. They're very cheap and easy to use, and yeah, that's where I put all my images right now. Number 6, do you have themed books? Yes, I've already answered that question. I have quite a few themed books. Number 7, do you have plans to start a new book? Yes, I do. There's this. Oh, okay. Well, I put up Bubba Jr. For you to have something to look at. But the new book that I'm going to be using, what size and will it be a theme, is going to be in this book I found from a thrift store. And I'm going to thin it out. It's a very hard cover. It's got signatures in there, so I'm going to cull about 2/3 of the stuff in here so that it won't be too bulky when I'm done. And I've been collecting junk mail for the last week and a half, and I'm going to collect it for the next couple of days, and so I can have a whole 2 weeks worth, and I'm going to do nothing but junk mail in that book. So I'm excited about doing that. You wouldn't believe all the junk mail that we get. So Yeah, that'll be fun to do. All right, let's see. Where do you get your mags? Okay, so that was the question that I was answering before. Um, so I told you that I actually get them through the email website, and I also get them through that website for recycling. And I'm going to show you on my phone uh, what it looks like in just a second. Well, I'm just going to flip through here so you have something to look at while I'm answering the questions that I've already answered. I'm having to redo the audio because there's something wrong with my audio. There's always something going on, isn't there? If you have a YouTube channel, then you know that the struggle is real. But I'm just going along with it and redoing the audio for this. So I'm showing you these beautiful pictures. Oh, here we go. This is what is on my phone. It's an app, and it's called, let me show you, recyclebank.com. And so basically you can go in and click on little things and learn about recycling, and you earn points. And then you can redeem your points for free items, which include magazines. So here's just a few of the magazines. Cigar, Condé Nast, US Weekly, In Style, Marie Claire, Cosmopolitan. It just goes on and on. Elle. So that's a great way to earn your points and then get free magazines if that's what you want. So that's a great resource. I love that. So let's see. What's the next question? What is your favorite glue to use? Okay, so I started out using glue sticks, and I prefer just glue sticks because wet glue makes sure your images wrinkle really, really bad. So I use glue sticks from the Dollar Tree, and they came in a pack of, I have to say, I don't know. This is the glue stick that I'm using right now. It's called Scotch Scotch Create. And it's really good. Pam from the Paper Outpost uses it, and so I decided to try it, and I love it, and I got it from Amazon, and I think it came in a pack of 4 or 6 or something, and it was a very good price, so that's what I'm using now. But these little blue ones are from the Dollar Tree, and they came in a pack of, I don't know, 5 to 6 or something, and this is an Elmer's school glue that I got on clearance when school stuff went on clearance, and then I used this one as well, Crazy Art glue stick. They're all pretty good. The one from the Dollar Tree is not that great, but if that's all you've got, I would use it. Okay, that's what I used for quite a long time, and you can get quite a bit of it for just $1. So that's what I suggest that you use is you use a glue stick, not anything liquid. That's my suggestion. I mean, there are people who do use liquid glue and it works for them, but I don't like it, so I don't use it. Okay, let's see. Besides glue and scissors, do you use other tools or supplies in your books? Example, paint, markers, etc. And yes, I do. You've seen in my books all the different things, all the things. I've used stickers, I've used paint, I've used ink. If there's something sitting on my desk, I'm gonna glue it on my on my page. So it can be little pieces of scrap of material or ribbon or a tag from a piece of clothing, or like today my husband went grocery shopping and he brought home a pack of onions, and I cut off the tag from the onion bag, and I'm going to put it in my next bag and my next glue book because, I can. So you can put whatever you want inside of your glue book because it's an extension of you, and this is an extension of me. So I use everything at my disposal into these books. I just love them. So I call it a cross between a junk journal and a glue book because this I use everything that's a part of my life. So even these cough syrup little packages, I mean, you put what you have and what's around you. So, okay, let's see. And the bonus question: what advice would you give a newbie? Okay, that one is a good question. I would suggest that you start with what you have. Don't buy anything unless you don't have any glue sticks. And then you can go to the Dollar Tree and spend $1 and get a whole pack of glue sticks to use. Now you're thinking, well, I don't have any magazines. I can't spend money on magazines. That's okay. I didn't do that at first either. I used what I had. So I used packaging from, a candy bar or the cough drops or the junk mail that comes in the mail. I've all my life I've received junk mail in the mail, and I have always used it in my junk journals and in my glue books, always. And that is something that you don't have to pay for. So, and you can also ask your friends and neighbors if they have magazines or catalogs or junk mail that they don't want to use anymore, and could you have it? A lot of people recycle, so that's a great way to recycle. It's saving the earth. So I'm just showing you that even those little things that come in the mail that have like little fake credit cards, I use them to spread ink, and I also put them into the pages themselves as like a tuck or something like that. I mean, you can use just about anything in these books, and I do. And I would tell you as a newbie to just start doing it. And you don't even have to have a book to put this in. You can use envelopes to start. Lots of junk mail has envelopes in it, and I recycle those envelopes. Look at this big old envelope. You can just fold it in half and use it that way. I mean, literally, lots of people get stuff in the mail all the time, and that's what you can start with. This is a little box that the ink for my printer came in, and I'm going to use that. It's thin enough that it will go right into one of these, and I plan on doing it too. I save cereal boxes and cracker boxes, just all of that stuff. You do not have to buy anything. So, and you don't even have to have scissors. You can tear it. You don't have to, because see, there's an edge right there. It's not flat like that one. It's just whatever you have around and you feel like you want to express yourself, do it. Just start. And you can use all kinds of stuff. See, on that last one, I had washi tape on there. This is a used thing from, I think, sour cream, the top part that you peel off. This is from an old playing card here with the two little holes punched out here on the right. I cut little flowers out of a piece of paper. This is not hole punch. Those are flowers that I actually cut. That's the playing card right there where I had punched out two circles, and this was left over, and instead of throwing it away, I just stuck it in this page. Isn't it cute? I think it's adorable in there. So you can use just about anything that you find. You can just stick it in here. So yeah, that would be my advice to somebody who wants to start a glue book and doesn't know how. Just go. Just do it. And there's no wrong way to do it. There's no right way to do it. It's your way. Whatever your way is, that's the right way. You're going to be different than me, and I'm going to be different than somebody else, because this is an extension of you. It's your personality. It's your way. See, there's a little tuck right there, and that's from a Fisker's box. I mean, I just stapled it in there. You can use whatever you want. So take it from me, just start. You do not have to have anything snazzy. You don't even have to have a special studio to do it. You can do it on your living room couch. You can do it while you're watching TV. I spend my evenings fussy cutting little pictures out of stuff. So there's always something that you can do to get this together and just start. And I hope that you have as much fun doing this as I did. And I still do. I've been doing this a good 40 years, because I was about 10 years old when I started gluing in a notebook with all the pictures from the catalog, the Christmas catalog from Sears. I was about 10 years old when I started doing that, and I'm 60 now. So I've been doing this 50 years. So I think that you should do it. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I have a lot of videos coming up. And until next time, peace out.